Hello, everyone. How are you this Saturday night? Hi, Candy. Hi, Twitching with Heavy. How are you, ladies? Uh, I'm sorry that I had to push it back a little bit. It took me a long time to get to the penthouse. I was gonna make shrimp rolls, but then when I realized I didn't have enough time, I just changed it to French fries and some garlic steak, Parmesan chicken nugget things. Yeah, I don't like that. The French fries are good though. So we try not to have so much time. Um, just something that I was looking at today because today I actually played Scrabble, and a question in Scrabble came up about the spelling of Creole, right? And I decided it's like, okay, so when the question came up, when I came home, I looked and I decided to look up the definition to just make sure like I knew how to spell spell Creole, right? But the definition from Merriam-Webster is what shocked me. And it was like a person of European descent born. And I'm like, really? Okay. But how is everyone? So, like, so that was it. So the purpose of today's show is just kind of answer questions, updates. Hi, Candy.
Hey, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing?
Okay. I'm good. Hope you and everyone else is doing well.
Yes, I am well, and I pray everyone else is well.
Yeah,
Um, did you finish eating? I say you say you was
I
eating.
did. I did.
And that was what started the whole thing. Was I was trying to cook before I started the show, but then I had to rearrange that. And I thought when I got upstairs, I thought it was like 8 o'clock and I still had a half an hour. And then I looked, I was like, oh, is it 8:28? I couldn't believe it. I thought my clock had broke. But yeah, today I was just gonna talk about well, I had a visit. Got to see him in person today, which is
Oh, that
nice.
was nice.
Yeah. Um on the 28th, I have a late visit with him. I think the visit is like 8 o'clock at night. I was going to see if I could maybe intertwine some show like while he's on a visit, like with us. But I was seeing how that could come about. I don't know. But yeah,
So
it was
tell us
really
about the visits. So, how long do you guys get for the visits, and how often can you go?
well, the in person visits are 3 hours.
Okay, that's a nice little stretch.
You can you can go like, so Saturdays is limited. You can only go certain Saturdays a month. I think it's like either one or two. And then on during the week though, they have days like maybe like 3 to 4 days a week you can go visit during the weekdays. And they're all the time they're always 3 hours. But when you do the video visit, it's 45 minutes.
Okay. So, and how
They
far
have
away do you live from there?
I think I it gets farther and farther every time if you ask me.
So do
Hey
you just
Heavy.
try? Hey, Tamika.
Hi, Voracious. Hi, Candy.
So you just try to do the longer visits to make
No,
it
I do a
worthwhile?
visit. I do a visit every week. The over the phone because like driving out there, it's not a problem because it's really okay. So like it's really only probably an hour and 20 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
but the last 20 minutes of the visit of the drive is like stressful. I guess after I go a couple of times, maybe 10 more times for real,
Mm-hmm.
it will it will like start coming because right now, okay, this time I recognize stuff from like I didn't recognize anything going still, but the last time was just my first time. But this time when I was coming back, I was like, doing snapshots of okay things to see and stuff like that. So it was like cool. You know what I'm saying? So now I got to remember that stuff like when I go, and then when I go, maybe I will stop getting lost. I get lost the last 20 minutes every time. Like, but some of the streets where you got to go, they not really, it's like it turned into like a little dirt roadish and stuff like that. And it's like, should I be going down there? Like, I don't have a tractor or nothing. But yeah. But I try to do the in person visit at least once a month.
Oh, wait, so you had a visit with your husband? I missed it. Maybe it was me coming in late.
Yeah, I had the in person visit. Yeah,
Do y'all do that often?
I try to do it just once. Well, not just, but you only can once you can go once a month for the visit. So I try to go like make sure I get the once a month for that.
Oh, okay. So it's been constant once a month.
Yeah, but I just now started being able to go like as a last month because of the drive. So
And how far is the drive, if you don't mind me asking?
it's an hour and 20 minutes.
Damn. Okay.
Just-
That's a long drive. And anything past about 40 minutes is long for me.
That's what if you ask like the one lady that I do Bible study with, she said, you do everything out of town. And I'm like, what? And she said, yeah, anything that's more than 15 minutes away is out of town. It's
You're damn right. Look, my kind of lady.
like, but yeah, it was a good visit and everything. It was good to see him and stuff.
Yeah, that's always good that y'all have those.
My daughter goes with me. Next time I have to get my youngest daughter her ID. She doesn't have her ID yet. So I have to give her her ID, and then so next month she can go, her and my son. I'm probably gonna have to strap my son down in the car with chains and everything, but he gotta go.
I
How you
got
doing?
kicked out.
How you go? I was like, how you get down there?
I got kicked out. My bad.
Hi Denisha, how you doing?
Hey, Danya, see your cousin. Oh, I could bring
Oh,
up
I'm
the
sorry,
chat.
Denisha.
Yes. Hey, Donatia. Hi, chat. Hi, everybody. Everybody, hi. How you guys doing? I hope everybody's Saturday was splendid. My Saturday, I've been relaxing, guys, because I've been having back aches. So, yeah, that's my life right now.
I know it must be something in the air.
Yeah, most definitely. Okay, well, what's the subject today?
So
Tonight in Penn Hills, the forecast is for a high of 49
you know
and a low
something?
of 41.
Wait a
I did
minute.
not ask Alexa anything about anything she got going on over there, Voracious.
You know something? I don't even know how to turn this off, and I don't even know how it activated like that.
Donatia
If you
said Alexa all in that. Yeah. All up in our conversation.
and getting it wrong, she could at least got it right.
Yeah, telling me about the weather. I didn't ask nothing about the weather.
But just kind of like updates and stuff, because to be totally honest with you guys, like I had to take a break on reading the transcript, right? Because it's kind of it's kind of triggering, I'm gonna say a little bit, because like even though I know that a lot of the stuff that they were saying, like what the lawyer was trying to portray was false, and he's using this, that, and the third to try to make a story out of it. But I just kept finding myself getting more angry and angry at his tactics, because I felt like he was acting like this man was not a human being that was out here doing something positive. It's just like, so I was like, oh God, I gotta take a break. So, sometimes when I take a break, I'll be falling asleep on the break. And that's pretty much what happened. So as about Monday, I'm going to be doing it again, but I have to go to by a friend of mine's, and I'll be scanning them. So for next week, I'll probably be able to do at least the day one of the trial. Like we can go through that like that. But I just today wanted to just give like basically an update what's going on, and that like I did we did have a visit. Hey Tita, how you doing?
Hey,
Um
Tita Weeder.
um that he at least at the visit, like he was in good spirits. It's been a rough couple of weeks. I did speak to a PCRA lawyer, so that did happen. And the lawyer kind of helped me understand the things from the lawyer's aspect. So with him, with my husband, I had to understand it like how it works, because a lawyer don't know how it works for an inmate. And honestly, I don't know why the lawyer doesn't know how it works for an inmate, because wouldn't you be able to ask that question? Because you should, I think as a lawyer, I would want to be able to have that knowledge for a family, just to give them some type of direction. But I guess everything is about money.
Yeah, I was about to say, everybody's about greed in that aspect. Let me say that part.
Did you tell the lawyer about the situation with that you had with the previous attorney going through cancer treatment and the whole 9 yard? What was their opinion on that? If you
So
did.
no, um, I didn't like exactly tell the lawyer whatever. He asked for my husband's name and everything in the county, so he looked the case up. So anything that happened within the case was he don't even know that, just from off of the dates that everything was turned in, and that it was the obligation of the the defender's office to submit everything on time. So what he said that one thing was actually not 7 days late, it was 10 days late, and the other thing was 30 days late. So that's why they wouldn't even look at either one, because the lawyers were submitting everything late. So he said that is right there, that's textbook insufficient counsel without
Okay.
even looking at anything else on the case. He said it right there.
So did he offer any direction, even on that little bit? Man, so why didn't you go into detail with him?
Because when I said that the lawyer that was on there, I said actually went out of work the last day, went out of work a day after like finishing the case. Hey Tita.
Hey, Tata.
And I said that part to him.
Hey,
The lawyer
y'all.
actually
Hey,
went
Tita
out.
Rita.
The lawyer actually went out and never returned and wound up deceasing in January. And that lawyer came back. He came back and he was like, well, that's unfortunate, but that doesn't negate the fact that this paperwork was put in late. Like, so yeah, I get that. Basically, like I get that. That's all. I'm sorry about that, but they had a job to do and they didn't do their job. They failed to do their job. So from that, I didn't even have to go in on a case because it seemed like he already was aware of like certain things. Oh, yeah. So I felt like I didn't have to go in about the case because he's like already like, it doesn't matter what happened to him. And just like I said, once something happens to a person that works at a company, that's a supervisor steps up or assigns somebody to step up, one of the two. And it's like that with lawyers too. And that's what didn't happen.
So just for clarity, right? He got a new lawyer, not a
No,
public
this
defender,
is
but a
just
lawyer.
no, this is somebody that I did a consultation with. I just did a consultation. They told me what to do because being that my husband's already inside there, the best way for him to do this is to do it. He told me how to do it, just for him to fill out the paperwork and send it in. Whereas my husband was waiting for like to get all the documents to support his case. The lawyer director, he was like, no, get this paperwork in by this date, because if not, there's a whole new problem going to brew from that. So he was like, oh, so then that's when I was like, okay. And I was like, okay, now, made sure I got my husband to know, like, okay, so this is the date. This is what the person said. And that's what that person was emphasizing on the date that paperwork had to be in. So that became like the next priority to make sure that happened.
So were you able to get the paperwork in on time or no?
Yeah, no, we got it in on time because whatever date it is that he puts it in the mail, he's supposed to sign it that day, put it in the mail that day. And because he's in there, it counts from the time he puts it in their mailbox. So yeah, it was on time. And then I even told him to do the tracking where they had to sign for it once they got there.
Yeah.
And so that they can't say like, oh no, I never got it. You know what I'm saying? Because now we know that they got it. And then he gave me the tracking number, so I know there's a card to come back off of it. And I watched it when it got there.
So what's the next steps after getting that paperwork in? That's to get a new lawyer. What is the paperwork consist of after they review it?
Yeah, so now they have to assign him another lawyer that can't come from the public defender's office. That's the one thing that I can't get an answer on. Where does that? Because okay, so what I do know is federal, because it's something habeas corpus, something like that. Hey, Gold Digger, how you doing? Um,
Hey, sweet go.
There you go.
Oh, we had a comment too.
Hey, Donicia.
Hold on. What race did you want me to say the comment? It was by
mhm.
Donacia.
Yeah,
She
you could do
said,
that.
yeah. She said, yeah, has y'all be about money, has to be about money because attorney have that information and the point of view of an inmate. And if he doesn't, he can find out.
Yeah, I agree with that. I get what you're saying. And I agree with that because I don't understand why an attorney wouldn't know that, because he can ask any inmate who's ever done it, like easy. So, and then me, if I
It
was,
just seems
mhm.
like they don't care to know. You know what I'm saying? They not expecting for people to ask those type of questions or to have any concern or try to fight to get out. You know what I'm saying? So they don't. You know, they suppose those are things that they supposed to know. It ain't nothing that, oh, we just don't know this jail. Hell no. They supposed to know every condition of the precinct that they representing somebody in. That's how lawsuits come across. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You would think, girl, but evidently that's not what's going on in this system.
Well, you got to look at what precinct we talking about. They've been having trouble since they been there. You know what I'm saying? So them people don't give a fuck. That's why I said at least looking to try to get him transferred up out of there. Period. Since this is first offense. You know what I'm saying? He in a high max. Get him moved to another high max somewhere else.
So, and do you
But
guys remember when I told you about the one lawyer, and then he got a promotion, like the best hookup, like he had the best promotion, like getting his law degree and everything like that. Remember that lawyer? And I was trying to find him and everything.
uh-huh.
So I found him. And so what happened is we both went to the same college I got my master's is the same college he got his. So when I went on our like alumni board, not board, but alumni list and stuff like that, I saw him on
Uh-huh.
there.
Well, that was
And
good.
mhm. So then I hit him up because you always, like how it's set up, you always got a link with these people. No matter what fields y'all in, you're supposed to always have a link with these people. So I did. And of course, he hit me back. How about wherever he got that nice job from and everything? Yes, as he was, because he was the one that tried to get my husband out on bail, because he was not yet convicted of the crime, so he should have been able to get bail. Now, of course, the judge and them was like couldn't believe that he had brought it to them, and we always thought that what he may have taken, but maybe he was lucky and got that kind of position. How about that?
No, they paid him.
No, that position is now erased, and he is back at the public defender's office.
What?
Yes,
So they did that on purpose, and they knew
yes.
they weren't gonna give it to him.
That's what I said, because they knew that he was going to fight for the case. He was going to do what he supposed to did. And when he said that, and then I went and I looked on their roster, and surely enough, his name is up there. And that position that he was working, there is not even a position anymore.
So can you get him back on your husband case?
No, because he's will be working for the office that my husband is now suing because they didn't do a good job.
Dang. Well,
So
he can
yeah.
still do practice outside of that jurisdiction, can you?
I
Out
don't think
of, well, I guess it's still gonna be the same company.
yeah, because he's suing even because there's another lady and she can't even do it. So that's now I know why she can't do it because they're all, even though she has an outside business, she still can't affiliate her, I guess, daytime. I guess you must have to do but so many hours at the public defender's office or something. I don't know. Maybe it's just a check until you get your law firm off the floor. Maybe that's what it is.
It's probably like accredited hours, like for college and stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree with that. Gold said yes, yes, I remember. And then Gold said V1, you said he was pretty good, right? I'm thinking she's talking about the lawyer.
Yeah,
And I think that you already answered that, right? When you was
yeah.
speaking.
Hmm.
Danencia said inmate transfer isn't that easy. Yeah, inmate transfer isn't that easy.
No.
Yeah,
Uh,
but I mean that's still to put their mind into working on getting them out of there or finding another lawyer in a different jurisdiction that can help after you tell them what conditions and everything that you've been going through with it. I'm sure somebody will be against they policies they get over there at that prison. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Yeah, so they was like the next step is gonna be he had to send it to the county clerk's office. So then the county clerk's office has to send a copy to, and this is the part that I really that kind of got me in suspension. Send it to the judge, the prosecutor, the the public defender's office is one more place that it has to go. But that's the part that, and I'm hoping it's the Supreme Court because then if it has to go to the Supreme Court, but the Supreme Court is the one that actually kicked it back because that's where the appeal had to go, and that's where the um the appeal had to go to the Supreme Court, and then the other thing, whatever after motion sentence thing, that's supposed to went to the Supreme Court also. But where I think they lost time with it is they send it to the judge that just did the sentencing. Why does the judge just, I think that's what they did to slow time down and be like, oh no, this is not supposed to be here. This is supposed to go there. And then by the time he sent it over, it's too late. And I feel like this is all just to get some type of time out of my husband. But how do they even sleep at night? Like I think about that all the time. Like how do they even sleep at night?
Because they ain't following God, they following the devil. That's how.
They sleep well because they don't care about it. They really don't.
These people don't care, especially this minute. No, this is terrible.
and how long he been in there so far, Voracious?
Now since April 16th, 2021.
So about 3 years, knocking on 4.
And
Yeah.
then to look at it another way, V1, by you saying that he was an informant, he's probably an informant on a whole bunch of cases that they had going on by your husband unaliving him. You know what I'm saying? That threw back all the other fucking cases. You know what I'm saying? So they basically
Oh,
they
yup,
punishing your husband for this shit.
Yeah. Thank you.
yup.
Thank you. That is my exact. This is why this is all happening, because
Yeah.
He was
this.
a foreman, so it's like killing one of their own,
Yes,
unaliving one of their own. Sorry, I meant to say that.
Exactly.
yes, and you.
I just thought about that because I'm like, it's just no way that they just letting all this going on. They basically making him pay the price for the cases that, you know what I'm saying, he was working on with them or whatever. You know what I'm saying? There's probably a whole bunch of cases like your husband's where they just went on and just locked them up because that one key person, the key witness, is gone now.
Yeah, and and it is. I believe so. I mean, I genuinely believe this is true, because why else? There is not another reason why we are here where we at right now. They wanted to keep the record. Like, they did so much to try to keep dude hidden. So I was talking to somebody the other day, right? And my thing is, when you live your life, right, and you leave your legacy, you do things so that when you are gone, people have good things to say about you, right? Or you do bad things so people have a whole bunch of, you keep your name in people's mouth, right?
Mhm.
So then they was like, oh, but how is it, like, oh, I don't want to talk about anybody that's deceased. Well, we talk about a whole bunch of people that's deceased all the time that's in the Bible, but that's okay, right? But now, regular people, regular men that walk this earth, and if they weren't up to par, whatever your legacy is, to me, that's your legacy. If you want it to be good, then that's what you got to do. That's what you got to leave behind. That's what you have to put out there. That's just my thoughts and opinion on everything, and that's how I'm kind of choosing to do it. But I know that's not how everybody do. But what do you guys feel about that? Like, do you feel like, is your legacy important to you?
Wait, is
Yeah.
your legacy important? That's what you said?
Yeah, to you. Yeah.
Yeah, I think my legacy is important.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, of course it's gonna be
everyone.
important, but even with dude, you know what I'm saying? You say he was out on the streets of
Yeah.
B1, like, so. I mean, did he have other family, kids, wife, ex-wife? But I mean, what was his situation on how he ended up being homeless and stuff like that?
He was just on the streets because he chose substances over anything else, right? And
Right.
then he had like a couple of different kids' moms and stuff like that. And it's basically, I have to stay here tonight, stay here tonight. It was just like and that was the way it was. It's just, but they all, because of, and this is the thing, like, they liked him because he was a bad boy, and because he did this and because he did that. And now, like, that's why it's important. Like, sometimes bad things happen to people that they shouldn't. Like, because just like I was reading an article the other day with the guy that got married, and I don't get, like, it's a whole bunch of questions I have for that. But that's not the situation. This guy, he seemed like he was a nice guy. This guy wasn't.
Mhm.
So why do I have to be like, oh, I can't talk about it because he's no longer here? Like, no.
That ain't fucking true. And the whole thing is, it's just like they sentencing your husband to death. So I mean to life. You know what I'm saying? Y'all talking about him, so why the fuck can I talk about him? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's retarded.
I feel like that's like they felt it was okay to
They
say
just
my
they just
husband.
covering it up because they don't want it. They don't want what you got to say about that man be coinciding that they, you know what I'm saying, they already have a character. They have a character witness for him too, which is you. You know him also. You know what I'm saying? So they don't want you to harp on how you knew him or none of that because it ain't no other reason for them to be covering up what he was doing in his lifestyle other than him being an informant for them.
Right.
During the trial, how were they trying to portray the man that was unalived? How were they trying to portray him?
Just as a regular person in the street, like, oh, he wasn't doing. They gave him, the only thing they gave him was that, oh, he was shot. He was shot, and we believe that he could have been shot in the back. But then when they started talking about it, then it didn't prove that. And then they had he asked what's that lady, the one lady that don't got no job, I can't even find her right now. He asked her, and the way she answered or something, that's what they said, she answered the question wrong too. But they don't have no nothing, like his whole story, his whole life, like all of that, how they knew him, nothing, none of that. The lawyer that represented my husband actually allowed them to not have to say anything about him, because he figured that when he talked about the time when dude smacked my husband with the bottle upside his head, that was going to be enough to show his character. But obviously it wasn't.
It sounded like the lawyer just wanted the case go by real fast so he could continue with his dialysis. Gold diggers. I'm sorry, Voracious.
No, go ahead.
Gold digger said, prosecution of innocence, people comes easy to those who live on the side of evil. Gold also said, evil doing gets paraded around like it's righteousness. Wrong is made to appear right, and right is made to appear wrong. A lie is accepted easily over the truth. Danencia said, what I do now matters significantly more than being spoken highly of when I'm no longer here. Tell me I'm great now. I'll receive that better.
Amen. You great, go. You great, go.
And that's the same way I feel, Denisha. Like, what you want, however you want your name, that's the way you put it. Not saying you're going to be perfect. Nobody at all is perfect in life. You know what I'm saying? But if you continue and do the same thing, and what your same thing happens before you get your life straightened out, then unfortunately that's how things happen. Because like what people really don't understand, I feel like, if that had turned another way, that man was not going to stop at my husband. He was going to get my son as well. So I guess I have a different feeling, different outlook, especially knowing the type of person that he was. Even though they want to hide that, I can't hide that because my mind already saw what it saw. And the other day I was in the Bible, of course, I'm always in there. And I asked God, like, show me a message, show me what I need to know, right? And what I pulled in on, I can't even tell you where it's at in the Bible, but the words you guys will probably know is for me not to forget what I know, like I know what I know. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I can't help what I know.
Right. And what you know is that man lived on the street. You know that you and your husband was helping him. You know that your son was there and your husband was protecting his life and his son's life. And the other two people that didn't speak up. And all of their asses is informants. And that's what you need to make sure that the new lawyer or whoever the people that's gonna be representing know the character of these people, because they just harping over the character of your husband, and it ain't even no character that they should be trying to prosecute, because y'all was jealous of this man's business and all this other stuff and tried to set him up. And when they found out it wasn't no drug deal or no no theft or no robbery or no stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They did all of this. They wasn't expecting for that man to be underlined. You know what I'm saying? They probably was expecting for your husband to be in his place.
And that's what I said, because I think he was. I've been said that. I've been told my husband that man was trying to set him up. And then it was even one time in his when he was being questioned, and dude was like, "And you don't sell? Oh, you don't sell drugs?" And my husband's like, "No." And then he's like, "Okay, like that." And I was like, so that right there made me think that I was like, I know for facts that he been trying to set him up, and that told me right there that he
Thank
was.
you. Yeah, that's
But he had been covered all of that time, but that happened that day.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Those say evil doings get paraded around like it's righteousness. Wrong is made to appear right, right is made to appear wrong. A lie is accepted easily over the truth, and that's the truth. Like, and yeah, and it's like I don't know, get it. I don't. I know I don't get it. Denisha said, "What I do know, no, what I do now matters significantly more than being spoken highly of when I'm no longer here. Tell me I'm great now." Oh, I think have you already read
Oh,
that?
that was Denisha that said that. Yeah, you're great, Denisha. Donicia. Yeah, but that's you gotta get them the basically the judge, well not the judge, the jury, if you like I said, if you get another trial to for them to tap in on this man's character, because
Yeah,
that's basically all they doing is using your husband as, okay, he's a black guy, oh, black guys sell drugs, oh, he got this, he got that, and why are they here in this town? And you know what I'm saying? They don't like the way your husband got connected with the city and the people and these people businesses the way he did. You know what I'm saying? Like, they always trying to take everybody's ideas and everything. So that's why I was saying, even if you looked into the stores and stuff where he had contracts with, and look into what they using now, who they using now, and I bet you it's all connected, because it's no way in hell that a flourishing business go down like that, and then they not looking for where is this man, and nobody else ain't stepped in. You know what I'm saying?
it's definitely going to be somebody who just slid in like that.
Right, but it wouldn't be nobody to just slide in unless it was somebody that was studying his craft, or how he ran the shows and all that stuff, and how he did um the accounts to get the accounts with the people. It had to be somebody that knew his routine, or like I said, looked into his business.
Right. And it's not even hard to see like what he was doing, because he wasn't a selfish. He's not a, not wasn't, but he's not a gatekeeper. He shares the information. Hey, and then like I said, he even had people like on his because he was down with like he was one of the Nerve DJs, but then he had his own set of DJs of people who wanted to be DJs that he was helping on his station that would jump on and DJ and stuff like that, to get themselves out there. So it's like somebody could have very well just learned from him and then backstab him for exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, I bet you it wasn't nobody else black. I bet you it was somebody like pink color. I bet
Definitely.
you that's what I'm saying. Ain't none of them people had some ideas about none of that until
And that,
then, you know.
yeah, and that's why it would be a problem because how you ain't supposed to know how to do this. I was like,
Yeah, but that's what I said. Like they questioning why his knowledge of uh like all black folks is just ain't got nothing going on for themselves. Like that's just one racist ass fucking place.
yeah, they have a book that I always refer people to. It says even the rat was white. That's the name of it, right? And it's about like all the first psychologists, like the first thing with mankind and stuff like that. And if you're readers, that's definitely a book to check out.
You said it's
Um,
called Even the Rat Was Right.
was white, yeah,
Was white in color.
White. Oh, okay, white.
yeah. It's a real like it's kind of give you a good knowledge of early civilization for real. All right, Gold Digger said after quote after I looked things over, I stood up and said to the nobles, the officials, and the rest of the people, don't be afraid of them. Oh wait, I could just put the wait. Remember the Lord who was great and awesome, and fight for your families, your sons, your daughters, your wives, and home. Janicia, we are Donicia. We are all great. Yes, we are Donicia. We won. The Lord has me focusing in real time, rebuilding the wall. There's a breach in the walls of our home, life, family have been destructed and under attack. But God
Yeah.
promises to give us favor and all that we need from people in high places, and that will help us and give us safe passage to do work that is necessary to rebuild. Don't be moved by the naysayers. I am I'm not at all because my thing is like right now, and I'm gonna say heavy brought something to my attention, and I was like, yeah, she's right. So I've been focusing on helping my husband keeping his mind frame together, in this time because like we go to the services and then it's like wait, we got these receipts. So patience. Patience one, I got all the patience in the world. He has no patience at all. So now I'm trying to help him build his patience so that when he comes home, then he'll be able to deal with things differently. Because maybe that night, if he would have had a different type of patience, he wouldn't even been in the situation he was in. Like I don't know because everything happens for a reason. So go ahead.
And I feel like, okay, I do understand what you're saying on that part, but I do feel like that your husband was acting out of, like a parent intuition, like, because your son was present. So it was like, okay, it's either us or him. At least that's what I'm getting out of the story. Now, if I'm wrong, you could correct me, but that's what I'm getting out of it.
No, that's exactly how like I feel like that happened because if I put myself in the same situation, um, yeah, it's them or me. It's you or me. And then if you me, I can't help my son. You know what I'm saying? I don't like. I shouldn't even. At that point, I'm pretty sure he was like, "Yo, I shouldn't even bring him out here like that." A whole bunch of stuff ran through his head. I'm sure, but he was already in the moment, and it was, it could have went different if dude would have been different. But
V1, do you know what these other people that was in the car, what they look like? You don't know them at all?
I know what the guy looks like because I was there when he was on the stand. The girl, I don't, but I got her name. She wouldn't be hard for me to know what she looked like if I wanted to, because I struggle with that too, because they both know that what made them panic and want to jump out the car. And for them not to say that, because that's too much. If they would have said that on there, that would have been another thing. Like, okay, he assaulted this man while he was driving. That's why y'all was needed to jump out the car and all of that, like, and everything, you know. So, but neither one of them will say that, oh, something happened. I don't know what happened. I don't remember what happened. Come on now.
Or they was just probably
They was
I
in
don't
it.
want to say paid or anything, but they were probably maybe like, that's what the state probably told them to say because they are informants. Because you said all three of them was informants, the deceased and the other two, right?
No, the other two, I don't know what they were.
Oh, so it was only the the deceased that
That was
was
the informant. Yeah.
the. Oh, okay.
But
Yeah,
I could imagine the other two, because what he was getting from them for them was a substance. So they used that as, like, as charges. So I'm pretty sure they were scared that they was going to bring charges up on them, especially the number. Apparently the guy couldn't remember what the number was, but the girl said something about 300, and the guy's the one that gave the money up. I think I will remember if I lost $300. You know what I'm saying? Like, so do I believe he didn't remember? No, because I will remember that for sure. But yeah.
It's an unfortunate situation because I mean, yes, you do have your husband that has to, go down for this act, but then you also have now the guy doesn't have any type of family or anything.
Yeah, he got family. He has kids. Like, he have a lot of kids. Like, he got I don't know.
So it's like two men had lost their life basically that night.
Yeah.
But I do see both sides, though. I do see your husband's side, but I also see how the state would be looking at it. Like, someone have to go down for this, act of this deceased person. I do
Right.
get that too. Because you said that the weapon wasn't never found, right? Or anything.
Right.
So it's just like the whole case is surrounded by a bunch of mess. And it does makes a viewer say, okay, this is right. Okay, no, this is wrong. Okay, this is right. Like it does confuses the, viewers on or the listeners on thinking about this case.
Right. And then that's the thing. What they charged him with, the crime that they charged him with, you had to sit down and plan this. And nothing about this says that.
Like
So
premeditated.
yeah.
Yeah, but it could be planned on their end, and the plan didn't go as followed. So that's why them other two ain't said shit. So
Right.
that's because I don't understand him picking up two people. Well, you said the other two people was at the bar too, right?
That's where
Right. So he already had a plan to go to the bar. The other two people was there. When he found out they had the money, this, that, or whatever, dude made a stop, right? Had him to stop somewhere, right?
Yep.
Okay, so what did he actually stop to get? Was it the pow pow, or was it to give the people's the head up? Okay, we in the car with him now. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
My thought process will be both. Because when he went in to get the substance, like, that was the only stop he made. And so my thought process is he went in and he got both. Because at that point, because when he got back in the car, my husband pulled off, and shortly after, he said that he was going to rob the people. So he knew when he came back out that he was going to rob them. And he is known. He's the charge he had, like all, like say if they would have pulled his record up, like his he has gun charges, assault charges, all of that. So would he have had it, and just in case they bug back? Of course, if you know, if somebody and this is what you do, yeah, he was ready. So I just from being around him and stuff like that, I already knew what it was, just to put the story together of his personality. I would say.
I got a question, B1.
Mm-hmm.
So out of these 4 years, well, 3 years with your son, is he out in the public by himself, or I mean, does he like going places by himself or school? Is he having any problems just being out in the open by himself?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
Okay.
He
So
does. I'm still.
As far as communicating with people, like is it where like it's a change from before, or is I know it got worse from the incident that happened, but before, was he more open to meeting people, talking to people, stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think, because now my mind is wondering, like, with these two witnesses that didn't say nothing, they know who your son is. Like, do you think there's a possible way that your son is being threatened to not say nothing or something like that? Because that's where my mind is wandering now. To why is it, you know what I'm saying, these people off somewhere, your son know these people was there, but then your son not speaking, he don't want to speak to your husband either. And maybe they probably told him, if you tell or you this, you that, you know what I'm saying, XYZ to the rest of your family, you know what I'm saying? And that's just the stomach gut wrenching feeling I got right now. But I don't want to put that into existence, but that's just where I'm feeling with it, even though I know your son got other stuff going on, you know.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I'm really just trying to seek places to figure out what's going on with my son, because I really don't know. Do I think he has reservations about coming outside? Because, like, not to mention, like, when he was on the stand, the dude's nephew, like, literally threatened him. But not threaten him with words, but threaten him with, like, the cut your throat type of symbol and stuff like that. I did speak to the prosecutor about that, and the prosecutor is like, I told them that that they'll take anything out on the rest of the family. And I'm like, yo, and I'm happy that I'm not an extensively violent person, because some of the stuff that be coming out of these people's mouth, like, you just want their mouth, like, sew your mouth up. Don't say nothing else, right? Because you can't tell these kind of people. My husband is in this situation because of that. And dude is doing the cutthroat thing while my son is on the stand testifying on something that he don't even want to testify on. And you guys feel comfortable.
Right. So that's why I said, like, maybe that's part of the reason of him not speaking, because they probably got to your son some type of way, whether it's either inside the courtroom or prior to that, or running into him at the store or something like that. You know, it's because you gotta be under the feeling that these people are watching y'all every move right about now anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't watch their husband. They watched him build this business. They watched him be with this informant all this time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all the majority, well, y'all the minority of that community, you know, so I would think they basically just watching y'all. I think that's probably part of the reason your son ain't speaking about it either, and he don't want to speak to you about it because then that's gonna put, oh, he done said something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree because they know like he knows like when I if I have an inclination or if I have like a feeling like something's not right and something's going on like crazy, like I'm a reactor. Okay, so because of course I'm going to protect my family. Those are my children. Didn't nobody help me bring them in the world but God. So with that being said, I'm going to make sure that they are good, and I'll be trying to like let him know that you could like you can, but he's only going to tell me but so much. But I've been spending like my son right now at this point, at least when he was working, and I'm sorry that he did lose his job, but at least when he was working, he was focused on getting and going to work. Like he did take a cab back and forth to work every day. Yeah. So that was fine. But even now if he started working, I could take him back and forth because I could right. But getting him outside, he has not been outside now in about 2 months. It could be 2.5, but it's been a while since he's been outside, and I'm trying to get him outside. So that's where we are.
Man, V1, I think something happened to him, even with that job. So what did he lose his job for? Was it something to where he end up spazzing out on somebody or what?
Um, the job was like oh you can't heat up because he was working at a hotel, and the hotel was like, but I guess it was third party contractor type thing though, and they was like, well, you can't heat up your lunch at work, so he was like, what do you mean?
How the hell you can't warm up your food at work?
At a hotel. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. I asked them, did anything else happen or whatever? But then they was like, oh, well, we'll order you lunch every night. No, we'll order you pizza every night. And he's like, yeah, I'm not trying to eat pizza every night or whatever. And because a lot of times, like I cook and I put his food in there so he can have a home cooked meal. Like he didn't need nothing like to buy outside, So, and that was his thing. Like, y'all trying to make me eat differently than, I'm used to eating. And when they didn't back up about the microwave to let him use it, he was like, he made the decision that he didn't want to work there anymore. But it was all about using the microwave.
And this sounds like tampering with a witness to me. Shit. Because ain't no way in hell the job gonna tell you can't warm up your food in a place they got full of microwaves and you can't use not one. His food was smelling so good because his mother made him a meal and y'all hate it and you want to feed him pizza. Who the fuck want to eat pizza every day? I can eat pizza every day, but I'm not gonna forcibly eat pizza every day. No, something happened at that job, V1, and I wish your son wasn't in the frightened mind to not say nothing, to not talk to you if something did happen. You know what I'm saying, to this extent, because these fucking people sound like they really is out for your whole family at this point.
And that's why these kids they so scared of like and I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea. Like it's just that I'm not going to just let you step all over my feelings. That's just the type of person I am. If you say something to me and it's not right, I'm not going to like stall out on you, whatever. But they say that my words will hurt people's feeling. All right. But I'm not going around hurting people's feeling who haven't done anything and are innocent. You know what I mean? What if you say something that you're trying to hurt me or somebody in my family feelings? Yes, we're gonna have a conversation. at the end of the conversation, you may not be all that happy about what I said, but I didn't I'm not never disrespecting nobody in no way. And I'm just coming at you with straight truth. You can't like help that. And my kids do not like that about me. My daughter has already told me, she's like, because you make people feel so little. I don't try to do that. I really don't. But I just make them think about some stuff that come out of their mouth. Like I feel like you should be
You know
accountable.
what? They got us so where they don't want everybody to be politically correct or be truth speakers and not, like that. Everybody got this problem with the truth when they lie, and that's the only thing you gonna get in a rebuttal is, okay, you're lying. No, this is the truth. So I'm gonna argue with you about the truth, and you only got a handful of people over here believing the truth, and then you got everybody that's gawking over the lie. So I mean that's basically what you're dealing with.
But you're right. God, He's gonna show this situation right here, and He's gonna show those people though that don't understand and think that, oh, I know whatever. No, you don't know. He is gonna for whatever reason, this is about to be an example, and I know it. But I was reading Danisha. Yes, thank you. And God is a present help, and that is the planting of the seed, and the fruit is growing. And amen. I thank you, and I appreciate those words. But yeah, I don't know. It's just got to be about the right thing, and that's all I'm like the focus on is the right thing. Because however,
Yeah, but by you being the person that you are, thinking about only the right things, that's how the wrong things are slipping. So you gotta basically play devil's advocate with what's going on and think as how they would think and try to rectify what they did. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like we saying now, it's a setup, this, that, whatever. You have to prove the setup. You have to prove his character now. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Even though you don't want to go through them extra steps to try to prove that, because the lawyer is supposed to be doing it, but you see they not doing it. So I mean, you just got they making it to where you're gonna have to do all the work if you want to get your husband off, and that's basically what it is.
I know.
Even all the stuff that you've been trying to do, like they making you do the paperwork. Oh, it's the deadline. Oh, you met the deadline. Now they finna come up with some more shit later on. So you just gotta be prepared for it, because they definitely gonna come with another monkey wrench to throw in the game.
And basically, I feel like that's what we sit around doing right now, waiting for the next monkey wrench. You know what I'm saying? So that you can be you can't even be ahead of the monkey wrench, because they're going to throw it up. But you got to sit around and think, okay, what kind of monkey wrench they're going to throw? So that when they throw it, you already got something in place for it.
Yeah, well, that's why you got to throw a monkey wrench into this. So what I'm saying is, you throw out the facts about this man. You throw out the facts about these people that, you know what I'm saying, their life was in danger too. Why? You know what I'm saying? You got to judge their character too. You got to go and play your own lawyer, your defense lawyer against their asses now. Because they're going to keep saying, oh, that went over her head already. No, it ain't over my head. Y'all just giving me so much to do that y'all thought I forgot about it, you know?
Right. That's why I always have to take like note and keep it like log, so I can go back and see okay, this is what I have to go then, so that when they do something, I can go back and
Well, what I say is, shoot me the names. I'm gonna start looking their asses up because that's one thing that's bothering me, that these people ain't said shit. Like, was they aliases names, like whatever the case may be. They didn't just meet this person that's been on the streets and now y'all not even being a key witness to what happened. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been knew this man.
Like how was y'all sleeping that night?
Exactly.
Were they part of the, because like I said, the weekend before he came, he tried to pick up my husband with some Caucasian dude in the car, but my husband already made plans to do a cookout with dude across the street. And he was like, oh, no, forget about them. He wanted him to come with them so bad. Would my husband know if that was the same dude in the car? No, he wouldn't know. Because all he knows was some Caucasian dude.
Right, but my whole thing is, if your husband helping him, and it's why you keep bringing these people around me. You know what I'm saying? That would have been. I'm only helping you. So if you got some other people that you could bring around me, why the fuck they not helping you? You know what I'm saying? So that's what my discernment would have kicked the fuck in. Like, dude, I can't be around you, or I can't help you no more. You got other people you steady bringing around me to do all these extra odd jobs and shit. I'm not here to help the community. I'm only here helping you. My good deed is you right now. Now you done turned it to the bad deed. You know what I'm saying? Because you steady bringing other people into the picture. You coming with these extra scenarios. Oh, come take me here. Come meet me here. Come. How you got all this business all of a sudden, but you on the streets? So that's what I'm saying. You have to really fucking pick apart his character, because ain't no way in hell you just so adamant about me going somewhere with you or doing something with you. If you got all these things to do and places to go, why the fuck is you at my back door eating meals and all this stuff?
Exactly. And I had the and I'm not gonna lie, I felt when I expressed that to you guys the other day, like that kind of took a relief off of me, because I kept contemplating, like, did I do the wrong thing that night? You know what I'm saying? But you guys kind of helped me, like, no, I didn't. Things happened the way it was supposed to happen. But I was like, well, did I do the wrong thing? And did it just come back at my family because I did the wrong thing? Thinking I'm doing the right thing? Because, sometimes you be thinking you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, I mean, I seen it your way too. You know what I'm saying? The way you was thinking, like, you should just let the divine do his job, But this, I don't know. It's just a hard lesson just for that scenario. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This may sound odd, but you ought to check into this show and see how they can, and see if you can get your husband's case kind of nominated to be on the show. It's called I Am a Killer. I watch it on Netflix, and they spotlight these cases, and some of these guys are getting out.
And it's called I Am a Killer.
It's on Netflix. You should see how you could go about getting the case spotlighted.
Okay. No.
Yeah, because it definitely needs a spotlight on that whole fucking judicial system, like, for real.
Yeah.
Because you ain't got enough people behind you. I mean, you got us online, but you don't have no people physically. You know what I'm saying? Putting their feet to the pavement for this. You know what I'm saying? So
right. No, that's the truth. But the thing about it is, I appreciate y'all. You guys don't even know how much help you are, and it helps that I don't have, because you remember, like, I have been, like, actually holding this all in myself. So you guys really don't know. I appreciate this. And just to even have the conversation, and some people be like, hey, well, you should say, something. I am the type of person I am transparent. And if somebody decides they want to try to come back at me negative about this situation, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? They will have to really worry about if they're ready. But because anything I do like for the goodness of the cause, goodness for the occasion, like proper. You know what I'm saying? And that's who I am. Like don't ever think like I don't know. Like I know. I just choose to be better than whoever I used to be, you know. But I've never even never been a bad person. I don't think.
Well, from the sounds of it, you or your husband, it's just y'all hearts let the wrong people in. We all the people with good hearts, we always attract evil somehow that try to take us down. You can look at everybody's situations they ever been through. It's always somebody that's evil as hell, knowing that, you know what I'm saying, all you have to do is be yourself or learn not to be envious. You know what I'm saying? So it everything that we talked about with as far as your husband case, it involves enviness. It involves, you know what I'm saying, racism, you know, like all the stuff that's bad, you know.
Right.
So we just gotta let that gut feeling kick in, and when it kick in and talk to your ass, listen to it. Then you won't feel like you had done the wrong thing, or I regret even, you know, not telling my husband to not talk to this man no more, or whatever the case may be, you know.
That part I don't regret that. Because I told him to leave me alone 50,000 million.
Yeah, but now your husband is living with that regret because he know you told him that.
Mm-hmm. He said
The
that.
time when he needed to listen to you, he's still being the macho guy. I got this. I'm the man, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he thinks about that a lot.
He did. Because even recently, as maybe it was less than 2 weeks ago, he brought it up to me again that not listening. Like he can't. He was. This is one of the days. Like he was just so angry with himself for just not being in this situation and listening. And I don't even want to make it seem like he need to listen to me, but like I have a good discernment about people. Like, and he knew that, and I see this show, Candy. I ain't never seen this in my life.
It's very good. Watch the new episode just started. Watch the latest season in episode 1. But they're all pretty good, really good stories. But watch
How many seasons is it, Candy?
one with the black guy.
It's 5 seasons.
Oh wow.
I did a review, y'all, on
What you do the review on?
I did it on number episode 1. It's on all my platforms if y'all do want to go see it.
Yeah, well, we all need to probably watch it to even help her with it. So
Yeah,
that's what I was asking.
But how? Oh, never mind. And is that my phone echoing?
No, both our mics is open. I had closed, man.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. So I was making sure I had to close mine. So that's the way I just wanted to like kind of do some updates and talk about this. Oh, let me go up and read.
So his next court date, like, what is like? Okay, so what do you do now?
So now we sit and wait for the next thing. And the next thing, like, so they had the clerk's office had to pass everything out. So they had to pass it all out. So now they supposed to get now. This is where another discrepancy happens. It's either 10 days or 30 days to get a reply back from everybody about the fact that they did the what you call it, ineffective counsel. So they didn't have to reply back about that. Now, once they reply back about that, it's that fourth party, and I'm thinking the fourth party is the federal judges, and that's what they to.
Okay, so you get less than 30 days to look up these people. Write your evidence so you, whenever you can y'all get this new lawyer, you have something for him to work with, to fight with. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I mean by getting ahead of what the fuck they talking about. Cause they ain't gonna expect you to even be doing none of that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I understand what you're saying. And of course that would be good. Like, I'm getting stuff over there that I got stuff too and stuff. But yeah. So I forgot what I was saying. What was the question again?
About Heavy asked what's the next step you were saying as far as waiting the 10 to the 30 days or whatever to get the new lawyer or whatever.
Okay. So it's 10 to 30 days over
For
the
ineffective counsel. Huh?
okay. So it's getting them back over there and then getting that into effect. So once they put that into effect, they will have put it on the list of everybody who is filing for the PCRAs. Once they do that, he gets assigned a lawyer at some point in this process. Now the timeline for that we do not know yet. That could be within the 10 days or the 10 to 30 days or not. We're not sure. So I'm still trying to find that out. And once we get to that, once that happens, and I know at some point after that, it goes to the 3 federal judges, then they look at it and then they decide. But I think the 3 federal judges look at that part of it, then they decide if they are going to have him do, well, hey, it's this and that. I guess if they look at the whole transcript, they could say if he did this or time served, or they can grant him a new trial. So, and then if they grant him a new trial, then the PCRA lawyer will be the person that is going to be his lawyer for the new trial. But then if we was able to get him a different lawyer, then at that time we would be able to get him a PCRA lawyer.
Yeah, we got to get you something to present to them so they'll know you've been doing your homework. They ain't gonna be expecting that, and that's basically what you need to be able to present is something that they didn't fucking try in the case. to let him know that y'all didn't give me an effective counsel that they to even represent him, to even ask these questions or, to help him. Y'all just took the confession basically and where how did you do this? And you must be this and you must be that. But what was the person that's over there laying there? Who was he? How did I even come in contact with him? How long have I known him? This like none of that was presented, V1.
No, the way that so this is how the difference was. The way he tried to say because I was there for the guy, like I said, I wasn't there for the girl. The way he did the guy, he kept trying to make it seem like that the guy met my husband first. Like my husband's the one set everything up. My husband's the one he gave the money for. Now the guy, that was the only time that was the only thing that he was saying to. That was the only thing that he was saying to them in the courtroom that day, which was not the truth, of course, because he was, and then but the lawyer kept pushing the story, and the guy was like agreeing, or I don't remember, or something like that, like he was saying. But then when I read the transcript with the girl, like she said a lot more. That if you go by her statement, like it's so many different flaws in the story that it's crazy.
Yeah, like I said from the beginning, all of them was in on it, and it's crazy. And the one person that they wasn't expecting to be there was your son, and now he the only one that can't speak what need to be heard. You know what I'm saying? Like, and why is he the only one that's able to speak and is trying to speak or was speaking, other than these other two people that was y'all life in fear? Was y'all fear for y'all life at all? Like, these are the type of questions I want to ask them. Like,
And they would have to say yeah, because something happened that made them want to get out the car in a hurry.
right, so that's what I'm saying.
Said,
To find
over me. And then he said he got out first. They don't even remember how they got out the car, that it was such a hurry that they was getting out the car. So something happened that alarmed them, and they are not and that's what they wasn't telling the truth about. And you read the transcripts, you see like it's a whole bunch of flaws throughout the whole thing. And like I said, that's what really made me upset, because it's like, how could we be right here, right now, with all this proof sitting here? Like they just okay with throwing a black man's life away. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just so many people. And not only that, dude's family, because like I said, everybody that was in there that knew him knew that he had a beef with my husband and he was going to set him up. Everybody in jail knew that. So everybody in jail didn't only know that. The people outside knew that. So these same people, to act like they was in the courtroom so broken up, knew that he had a beef with my husband, but they did not think that my husband was going to prevail over whatever plan he had, because he has been like a cat. He has so many lives because he's already been shot so many times and he survived them all. So it's just like they can't, and for everybody to just act like, oh my God, I'm so broken. Like, he was in jail most of the time of even all his kids' life. But at the same time, y'all knew the lifestyle that he lived.
So this man ain't never had a job a day in his life.
No. I can't.
Wow.
No.
Wow. Now that's and y'all just say, "Oh, you can't talk about this man's life." Like, what do you mean? I was in danger. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Yo, this. Oh Lord, we gotta find them people. V1. I would be throwing their ass in the fire. Come on, tell me what happened. He already been there. Tell me what the fuck happened. What was y'all playing? Because it had to been a plan. They just weren't expecting for the turnaround. Like you said, the whatever plan it was gave your husband the strength to get him off of them. At the end, got hit in the fucking face. Like, no, y'all got out the car for a reason. Who was y'all fearing? Who was the attacker? Who was the aggressor? You know what I'm saying? Who made the first move? Who did you see the pow on? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't just run away and the only person that could actually tell you is the son and the daddy and everybody else go against that. That's some bull.
They both said that they were not threatened by my husband.
Oh well,
Emmett didn't.
that's number one. So how could it be? What is it? Imminent danger to them? It wasn't. So why are y'all not telling who was it towards? Who was the aggressor? If they wasn't frightened by him, that means he was protecting all three of them, all four of them.
Exactly. And I think that's what like hurts probably the most because he was defending these two people, these other two people that he don't even know. When honestly, he could have just let them get robbed and not say nothing. And everything would have been cool. Not cool, but it would have been cool. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have went how it went.
Right.
But he literally
Yeah, but he
stood
didn't
up
want
for
to be
that.
implicated in no doggone crime either. So no, nigga, you ain't finna be doing this shit, and my son is here. So
Exactly. And that's what I understand. But I don't think they understand. I don't think they understand. That's
well,
the problem.
maybe the setup was for him to catch his ass again, and he just had to. He just involved your husband, and like I said, your son wasn't supposed to be there. Because if you saying that the inmates saying that he been was plotting on your husband, like what reason would you have to keep plotting on me? And every time you come out, I'm helping you.
So we live right, we moved down here. There's a lot of New Yorkers down here. The the women, they pretty much they who they are. It is what the male. They succumb to the area. My husband would be one of the few who did not succumb to the area, and I guess that wasn't too cool to do because he didn't. He despised me. Like he really didn't like me. It could have been because I blew his eye that time, but he really didn't like me, and that's because I am who I am, and I understand that, and I was okay with that.
No, that's because they think we all dumb.
Well, yeah, he couldn't tell me. My husband couldn't say the stuff that he did. The stuff, yeah, it's just stuff just don't match up. But he just, and I felt like he just needed to drag my husband to whatever lifestyle he was because if he did, then that's another. Because it's always another person to help you get your product if once you get them hooked onto it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was dude's goal.
So I'm on V1. Did they ever find rugs anywhere? Because how they saying it was a drug deal? Like how did that come into question?
Oh, because the people's stuff was in his socks when he found them.
So the people stuff was in the gas socks.
Mm-hmm.
So that mean again, he robbed them.
Yep.
And how did your husband have anything to do with that?
That had nothing to do.
And
He was trying to stop it.
they didn't feel in danger from your husband. So again, yeah, we gotta find these two people. These motherfuckers, y'all finna talk. You need a PI. You need to find these people, V1. For real, for real.
Honestly, heavy. Gold digger. That's facts. Heavy. I was in the same room. I was there. I'm only missed because they started the trial. So they were supposed to be picking the jury. I didn't even know it was starting that day, right? And I was at work. And nobody never called me, said that they was it's starting. But what they thought they was gonna do was send a letter to the house or send somebody to the house to pick my son up and take him, whatever. And that's how we found out that it was going. But by the time like I got to the house and everything, it was already at the point that they wasn't doing no more that day. And like yeah, they had closed it for the day. So I wasn't even there for the first day. So after that, I was there for every other day. And just off of the days that I was there, I don't even know that I said the jury was paid. It's just because of where we were, because the facts of the case didn't matter. Then once I looked up that if the facts of the case don't matter and the jury makes this decision, the judge still can do the right thing and override what the jury says, and the judge didn't do that. That told me that this was a very personal situation. No, definitely not a jury at his peers. Nothing close to his peers. Yeah, I definitely feel like
Definitely, because man, there's so many things wrong with this whole goddamn case. It just give me a headache how they doing this shit because it ain't that many black people there, and that's what they doing. They don't want you in your town. If you gonna be there, then your ass gonna be in jail, and that's the way they fucking thinking. You ain't finna be making no money in a town. You ain't finna just be. You gonna do what we say on all aspects, and they actually doing it. V1 like, and that's the sad part way to think about it.
yeah, and I think that's what it's like for me is that it's like I just continue to can't believe that this is what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you even getting away with this? Like, it's like a movie, you know. And that one song that dude got, like, "Oh, my life is like a movie." Yes, my life is like a nightmare right now. Like, what the heck?
I couldn't even imagine it. I'm going through a nightmare myself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
totally get
totally
that.
get that.
We gotta stay prayed up. Gotta stay prayed up.
And that's
That's what
what's gonna
was going to
happen.
happen.
And keep moving your feet. Keep moving your feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
But
am
I
going
am going
to
to
uh that was it. I just kind of wanted to do some updates, talk about that. Like the biggest thing was I wanted to know about the lawyer that I had told you guys about a couple of weeks ago. Like, what did you guys think about that? And you guys, it's so funny that you came up to the same conclusion that I did. And I was like, wow, they really played us, you know? So that was like one thing I wanted to share and kind of get some opinions on because I could be biased, you know, and I accept that I could be biased in the case. But I needed to know what some people that wasn't unbiased thought. And you guys thought the same thing I thought. So it's crazy. But
and
I
I
appreciate
appreciate
you
you
guys.
guys.
No, it's not crazy. That's what they want everybody to think that it's crazy. We just gotta realize, make them realize we not crazy. That's And yes, thanks for having me up here. And I hope you get some more clarity of ways to move around. And glad that you enjoyed your visit today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we enjoyed
And
that. Um, yeah, and I did. Yeah, and that's what it is. It's basically like it's up at this point, and and I'm up for it. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's the important thing.
You want to get your last comments?
And yeah, they drop down. Yeah, yes, definitely a nightmare. And it's definitely that this was a split second. Like it's like wow. Okay. Yeah. No problem. I don't even mind sharing. I'm like, even when I tell him like I be doing these shows, he just like, really? And I'm like, yeah, you know. But I I don't mind sharing because it's helping me like get clarity because I need like people. And then if other people like sign up, share the link, share the page, like, comment, you know what I'm saying? So that I kind of know like because all we need is the right person, not even a whole bunch of people. We don't need a lot of people, we just need the right person. And yes, I'm looking into that show. Like that is my next thing I'm doing. I'm not even going to get up before I get an address or application or something. However, I get to get on here because I've never seen this, and now I'm gonna have to binge watch it. You know, so yeah, cool. Um, I will be streaming in the morning. My
my
time
time,
11
11.
10 Central Standard Time. Um, Pacific Time is what, 3 hours difference? So it must be like 11, 10, 9, 8 Pacific Time. But I will be streaming in the morning and hopefully I'm like, 'cause the receipts has been so good. Like, so I am thankful for everybody who comes to the shows to
Get
go
Candy. Get Candy
ahead.
comment before you leave.
Candy, this question. Sometimes you can't talk to the people in your life about certain situations. We're happy to be your sounding board. You are right, and I thank you. I appreciate you guys for real. Danisha, yes, cousin. That was too heavy. Candace, look at you spitting facts. Yes, facts.
Facts.
All right. Thank you. Please share my page. Like I went up to 31, I went back down to 27. So, but I'm fine with that because I would just like productive people on my page. You know what I'm saying? I don't want any problems. So the number is not about, but please share because maybe you do know somebody that can help the situation and help us get a better understanding of what's going on. I love you all. Have a good night.
Night, night.
Everybody come to Hey. I got dominion, I got authority in the kingdom, got everything I need.